what is some advice you would give to students who are thinking of going into a career with marketing or promotions? What are some things you're looking for when you hire individuals?
People often ask me, what are you going to do when you hire someone? What is that number one skill you're looking for? Curiosity. I think that's, and then problem solving. I think too many people today rely on someone else to tell them what to do or how to do it or what to think and how to think. And that's like the worst, that's the anti-curious, right? Everyone's telling you what to do. So for me, I think that when I hire, I look for someone who can problem solve. I don't mind that they're gonna ask me questions. I wanna teach and mentor, but at the same time, that ability to just think it through. We have this friend Google, and everyone goes to Google. And you can find a lot of answers. You can learn to be a lot of things nowadays if you're just curious.
Let's say you're hiring for a maintenance employee. What kind of skills are you looking for kids or students to come in with, whether we're talking degrees or not, but what kind of personal skills do you want them walking in the door with?
So a lot of it comes down to the person. Really, you got to read a person and their drive. What I look for is not necessarily their skills, their willingness to learn.
So I guess for me, the skills that I think that I need would be, you gotta be able to have an open mind for sure. You've got to be able to also be fairly confident with what you're saying and be able to be confident when you know that something isn't right, and be confident to know when you need help or you're wrong or someone else is not quite right. You got to be able to speak up. As far as just kind of technical skills, I would say you definitely need to have kind of an aptitude for some math, some science. I wouldn't say you necessarily have to be as hands-on as a lot of people describe engineers to be, because I don't consider myself to be a super hands-on person. I like to problem solve, but I'm not really the type who's going to open up a car hood and be able to rip out a car engine and tell you exactly what everything is. So I guess you just have to have a ability to want to learn and figure things out and have some patience, because there's things that I'm working on that this factory is having issues with that no one's been able to, or no one's really looked into or figured out for a few years now. So patience is a big one, determination, and then just your basic math, science. Those are probably the basic ones.
What skills could students be harnessing and focusing on in their schoolwork now that you really need as an agriculturalist?
If you have people skills, I think you can be an agriculturist. The rest of it, I think, can be learned. It's not a heavy math-induced thing. There's certainly math involved, but it's one of those jobs that as long as you take it seriously and want to learn each step along the way, I think there's potential for almost anybody who's interested in agriculture to be able to find a job in agriculture.
What kind of skills do you need working in the position that you have now? Or even as I heard you tell your story, you really had a lot of different positions going on. What are some skills that you kind of used throughout that whole time?
I think honesty and integrity is always the key of everything. So knowing who you are and being comfortable in your own skin to be able to talk to whoever you're talking to and know what your storyline is, but more importantly, don't augment that storyline any more than necessary. People want to do business with people they can trust, and that's probably, again, something that you learn on the farm, and so I think that's really helped my career as much as anything.